tall door for the bottom cabinet, 2 short doors for the upper cabinet, 3/4 by 2 1/4 inch red oak. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did for the face frames, which is cut everything a 1/2 inch oversized. This just allows me to trim everything after it's done and make sure it's all 100% square. I'm going to be using this set of cabinet door bits that I got on Amazon. The bevel is not necessary in this case, but we'll just put that on the inside of the door. We're going to use this one first, run all of our pieces. After that, we'll chuck this guy up and run all of our rails. It's a bit annoying to put the bit in like that, but it's a little safer, and I try not to remove pieces like that if I don't absolutely have to. So essentially we're trying to notch out the center of this for our panel, and we want to just line up the router bit as close to that as possible. But you always kind of have to fine tune, run a test piece through, and then shift it slightly. And you want to make sure that one's on the right spot as well, so that your pieces line up exactly right. Now, just a quick note, this is not a heavy-duty router table by any stretch. So, to give it a little stability, I always attach it to a fence bracket on both sides. Helps a little. I have to remove the throat plate for this one because it doesn't fit. This one has to go down too far circle's not big enough. I don't have anything else to use, but for the next step, I use a little sled, so my fingers are far away from this. This particular bit takes some setting up. Okay, so the point of this piece is because if I didn't have it, this would ride right in that groove, putting it at the wrong spot. Tiny bit high. So that was a cheap router bit to begin with, but it's getting pretty dull. I've used it a lot, so I've got some cleanup to do on all these pieces before I assemble. Frayed edges, splintering. Not really worried about these because they'll be cut off. Recommend these little knives. They're super handy. So what I like about this method of cutting 1/4 of an inch off the edges is if these are off slightly, you can take care of all that. My center panel is going to be this 1/4 inch MDF core red oak. I like to start by working off one straight edge. That becomes my A. This is already square, but this edge is chewed up a little bit, so I'm going to make another one. It's about 1/4 of an inch in. So that will be B. Cavity on my tall door in both the top and bottom of 4 3/4 by 28. So I'm going to go with 4 11/16 by 27 15/16. Square off of either A or B. Once you cut an edge off, you'll have a new reference edge to mark. whenever I have to stain anything, I really like to use water-based stains. General Finishes is my go-to.